today to draw some profound conclusions about living 80 years. Haven't thought of anything. Surprised I got here so fast. But I'm glad I got to spend so much time with this beautiful woman. What's your name again? And I want to thank all of you for coming all the way here from Disneyland to witness this historic event. Now that I'm out of hot air, I'm going to need a little assistance to get these candles out. Come on, everybody.
A tender moment with Katharine Hepburn and Jane Fonda celebrating the 80th birthday of Henry Fonda's character in On Golden Pond, one of 4 new movies we'll be reviewing on Sneak Previews. Across the aisle from me, Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times.
Across the aisle from me is Gene Siskel, film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
Well, first of all, moving on to our next film, I must say that I was looking forward to it. On Golden Pond is the film because, of course, it is being billed as the first film starring both Henry Fonda and his daughter, Jane. He plays an old, crotchety father, and Jane Fonda plays the daughter he never got along with. That's what I thought this movie was going to be about, but I was wrong. On Golden Pond is much more about the anger people experience when they grow old, and of one old person, Henry Fonda's character, finding a way to come to grips with that anger. That's why the performance that I like so much in this film belonged to Katharine Hepburn as Fonda's gentle wife. She calms him down in this scene, which occurs after Fonda has gotten lost in the forest outside of their New England summer cottage. He's terrified because his mind is slipping. He should know the forest very well.
You want to know why I came back so fast? I got the end of our lane. I couldn't remember where the old town road was. One little way in the woods, there was nothing familiar, not one damn tree. Scared me half to death. That's why I came running back here to you. See your pretty face. I could feel safe. I was still me.
You're safe, you old poop. And you're definitely still you. Thinking on poor old Charlie. After lunch, after we've gobbled up all those silly strawberries, we'll take ourselves to the old town road. We've been there 1,000 times, darling. 1,000. And you'll remember it all. Listen to me, mister. You're my knight in shining armor. Don't you forget it. You're going to get back on that horse, and I'm going to be right behind you, holding on tight, and away we're going to go, go, go.
I don't like horses.
An excellent scene, and Hepburn is excellent in another scene where she tries to calm down Jane Fonda, who has been harboring resentment and anger because her father has never tried to be her friend.
Mother, do you know? I've been answering to Norman all my life. Makes me so mad even when I'm 3,000 miles away. And I don't even see him. I'm still answering to him. Norman is a poop.
Oh, for the Lord's sake, here we go again. You had a miserable childhood. Father was overbearing to mother, ignored you. What else is new? Chelsea, you have a great big chip on your shoulder, which is very unattractive. It is. It is. You stay away for years at a time. You never come home unless I beg you to, and then when you do, all you can do is be disagreeable about the past. What's the point? Don't you think that everyone looks back on their childhood with a certain amount of bitterness and regret about something? It doesn't have to ruin your life, darling. You're a big girl now. Aren't you tired of it all? Boa, boa, boa. Life marches by, Chels. I suggest you get on with it.
Throughout On Golden Pond, I found myself being drawn to Katharine Hepburn's face. I was drawn to the experience of life that I saw in that face, to its serenity, and I think that I learned more about how to handle old age from merely watching Hepburn in this movie than from any of the film's dialogue. She's the reason, I think, to see On Golden Pond, because frankly, I was disappointed that there weren't more scenes between Jane and Henry Fonda in the picture, and that could have turned this good film into an excellent one.
I'd say it was an excellent film.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't mention more about Henry Fonda's performance. This is one of the very best performances that this great actor has ever given any movie that I've seen. And he starts out, he's so cold, and he has so much fear and so much distance between himself and the others, and through the course of the movie, he's able to break that down, and he allows us to see his fear of aging, his fear of bad health, of senility, of dying. It's very moving.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, of course, though, that there's been so much publicity about him because of his health, also with his autobiography. I felt I sort of knew a lot about this film even before I saw it. I think many people may share that. So as I said in the review, I was just trying to be honest, that I was surprised by Hepburn. She hasn't been mentioned at all in connection with this film, and I found her remarkable. She, in fact, during the course of the film, teaches her husband, played by Henry Fonda, about how to accommodate oneself to the natural anger, and I thought that was refreshing.
Those things are so good, I'm surprised you think it's only just a good film.
Here's an example. They bring in a child in the film. It turns out that Jane Fonda is going out with another guy who has a kid, has this child. They bring him in, and there's a whole development with Henry Fonda and this kid, and he is the nice parent to this little boy that he never was to Jane Fonda. Well, I didn't need the little kid. I wanted more Henry and Jane Fonda.
I agree with that. One other thing I'd say, it's great of Katharine Hepburn. She's playing a character in this film who, at the age of the character, has the pluck and grit to go swimming in this cold pond and also to get involved in an adventurous situation. And she, as an actress, has the grit and pluck to get into that water and to do it. I thought that was terrific.
I admired that, too.
We move on now from a movie that seemed, to me anyway, like a small miracle, to a movie that seems slapped together out of second thoughts, half-baked comic ideas, and misunderstood characters.
And we also liked On Golden Pond, Roger a little bit more than I, with Henry Fonda and Katharine Hepburn in A Portrait of Old Age.